and welcome to my channel. My name is Sabina, and I'm a certified coach, and I specialize in working with leaders and entrepreneurs and business owners to clear whatever's blocking them in their personal and their business life. Today, I want to talk about something that I think is super fascinating, which is negative thoughts. What causes the negative thoughts and how to get rid of them. For the past 5 years, I've worked globally with leaders at all levels. And I have found that the negative thought concept is very widely known to be something that we can change by, let's say, thinking positively, controlling our thoughts. And there is a lot of power in many of those tools to be mindful, to meditate. I agree to that. However, as I've heard people say, no matter how much work, how much therapy, how much meditation I've done, there's certain thoughts that just seems to pop up at the same moment over and over again. Negative thoughts is actually a signal system. It's our brain trying to protect us. So the negative thoughts is a messenger from something that worked and was really relevant for us when we were children. Humans are very good at adapting to the environment. If you put people in very different environments, they will change pretty quickly. Something that is very unique to the earliest environments in our lives is that they create the basis of the identities we have, the beliefs we have, the conditioning we have. And this can't be changed. There's a efficient way of doing it, which is to notice exact moments where the negative thought seems to be most intense. One example could be you are doing well, but you do something that upsets someone or makes someone else close to you sad. And to feel remorse, it's healthy to feel some remorse and maybe a shame if you did something. But then in a healthy situation, you should be able to just talk to the person, let them know your intentions, and help them resolve it and move on. However, if that kind of situation makes you feel a ton of intense shame and you get overwhelmed with this thought system that is ranting, you know that there is some work to do. An example can be that you're going to a Thanksgiving dinner or any other kind of holiday, and you're around family, and suddenly you just feel all your stuff coming up. You get really triggered by how your mom speaks to you. Your dad, he's very entitled to tell you what to do or how to live life. And maybe people do things that you feel is overstepping your boundaries. And even if you're really good at setting healthy boundaries, you might still feel overwhelmed with negative thoughts. Whenever we have negative thoughts, there's a reason. If you really pay close attention to what they're saying, they have a message. They are coming from some core ideas. Some of the lifelong generators of negative thoughts is beliefs: I'm not good enough, I don't matter, I'm a disappointment, no matter what I do, it'll never be good enough, I'm worthless, I'm powerless, I'm not in control. If I'm not in control, something bad happens, and so forth. We call them self-beliefs, and there's also identities and other stuff. But you will find that no matter how much work you do on yourself, you might learn to discuss with the thoughts coming up or cope with pushing them away. But what I'm talking about is to go in and clear the generators of the thoughts. So there is nothing to fight or hold back. Even though it's incredibly powerful that we can actually go in and move away from the thoughts, it's still just dealing with the symptoms, and it takes up a lot of our internal energy. It will stress the system to have those thoughts. If we have a day and we are tired, overwhelmed, hungry, or dealing with something, when those thoughts comes up, we might not have the capacity to start pushing them away with our different tools. When we need to go in and clear the generators of the negative thoughts, we need to first understand where it comes from, because in the source lies the freedom. I use a very specific framework to clear it. Depending on who I'm working with, I have different tools, but what is very important is to make sure that the system, not only mentally, but also emotionally and rationally, will agree to having the realization that this negative belief was not the ultimate truth. You cannot clear a belief from someone who doesn't want to clear it. And you can have subconscious blocks that keeps you from clearing it, which is also something we'll deal with. Try to test this out. Be curious. Next time you feel drained or uneasy or just off or down, notice the messaging in your mind. Notice the stories you have about yourself or your behavior. Maybe you're talking to yourself about the things you did not do today that you should have done. Maybe you hear yourself talking about, maybe you're reminded of something uncomfortable in the past. Maybe you think about someone you don't like and you blame yourself for being a person that doesn't like people. It could be so much stuff going on up there. All of that is caused by these old programs that is running. That's also usually why when we meditate or we go to sleep at night after a busy day, we get quiet. We just get overwhelmed with all these different thoughts that are essentially trying to give us information that is perceived as important. Let me know if that resonates. Let me know what you think. If you want to try this out, you can book a free trial in the video description and see if this is something you're curious about. And also, you're welcome to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching.